Washington has reportedly stunned the football world with what could be described as one of the most ambitious moves in recent memory. Sources suggest that the franchise is preparing to commit a staggering $750 million to lock in Terry McLaurin through 2030. While the official confirmation is still pending, whispers around the league hint that McLaurin's explosive speed, route-running precision, and uncanny ability to change the trajectory of games made him an irreplaceable asset, prompting front office executives to spare no expense. The move, if finalized, would not only redefine Washington's offensive strategy for the coming decade, but also signal a willingness to compete aggressively in a league increasingly dominated by big-spending franchises. Analysts speculate that such a commitment could have ripple effects on the team's salary cap, possibly forcing difficult decisions regarding other key players, yet insiders insist that McLaurin's talent justifies the financial leap. Fans have taken to social media to express both excitement and concern, debating whether this investment cements Washington's elite status or risks long-term flexibility. Regardless, the narrative around McLaurin has shifted from rising star to cornerstone, with every practice and game scrutinized under the lens of this anticipated monumental deal. Even before this rumored contract surfaced, McLaurin had become a topic of heated discussion among NFL circles. Known for his work ethic and leadership, he has been rumored to influence locker room culture in subtle yet impactful ways, creating a synergy between veteran players and emerging talents. Some sources claim that team executives see him not just as a receiver, but as a symbolic representation of the franchise's ambitions to dominate their division. The speculation surrounding his contract has fueled debates about player valuation, with pundits comparing his potential deal to other historical mega-contracts in NFL history. Beyond financial implications, there's talk about how McLaurin's presence could attract free agents who are drawn to organizations willing to invest heavily in star talent. Industry insiders suggest that rival teams are closely monitoring Washington's strategy, wondering if this is the beginning of a new arms race in player compensation. Meanwhile, casual fans and sports commentators alike are dissecting his highlight reels, imagining how a decade-long commitment might redefine the team's offensive schemes. The buzz around McLaurin has grown so intense that even minor practice updates are treated as potential foreshadowing of the upcoming blockbuster announcement. Rumors also suggest that negotiations involve multiple high-profile intermediaries, with legal and financial experts meticulously crafting terms to satisfy both the franchise's ambitions and McLaurin's personal goals. Some speculate that the structure of the contract includes creative clauses, potentially linking incentives to performance milestones, playoff appearances, and community engagement. The league's insiders indicate that this could set a precedent, influencing how superstar receivers negotiate with teams over the next several years. Discussions around guaranteed money versus performance incentives have reportedly been intense, with Washington aiming to balance risk while signaling to the rest of the league that they are committed to long-term dominance. Fans are envisioning scenarios where McLaurin's tenure could extend beyond just on-field success, possibly shaping marketing campaigns, stadium events, and even local youth programs. Speculative chatter paints a picture of McLaurin as a franchise icon, whose presence could redefine Washington's identity in the NFL landscape. Analysts also suggest that rival teams may respond by ramping up their offers to their own stars, creating a domino effect across the league. The potential for such a transformative contract has generated an atmosphere of both excitement and tension among team executives, fans, and players alike. In addition to contractual rumors, speculation around team strategy has intensified. Observers argue that locking McLaurin for over a decade might indicate a broader vision, perhaps signaling a commitment to a pass-heavy offensive system tailored to his unique skill set. Some insiders posit that the coaching staff could be redesigning playbooks to maximize deep threat opportunities, exploiting McLaurin's speed and agility against opposing defenses. Discussions also touch on how this move could influence draft decisions, with scouts possibly prioritizing complementary positions that enhance McLaurin's impact. Social media has exploded with fans theorizing about hypothetical scenarios, game-winning touchdowns, record-breaking receptions, and McLaurin leading a rejuvenated Washington offense for years to come. While the deal remains unofficial, the narrative of a franchise centering its identity around a singular star has captivated audiences, feeding into a broader trend where individual player legacies intertwine with team destinies. Industry insiders note that this speculation alone has already increased McLaurin's profile, with endorsements and sponsorship rumors swirling, reflecting a growing commercial ecosystem surrounding top-tier NFL talent. The intrigue is undeniable, and every mention of Washington now comes paired with the looming shadow of this unprecedented contract. Financial analysts have also weighed in on the possible repercussions of the deal, suggesting that such a substantial investment could impact the team's flexibility in managing other high-value players. Rumors indicate that Washington executives are preparing contingency plans, potentially reshaping roster priorities or renegotiating existing contracts to maintain competitiveness. The potential $750 million commitment sparks debates about long-term sustainability versus immediate impact, with pundits offering various theories on how the franchise might balance ambition with fiscal responsibility. Some insiders hint that the contract could include performance escalation clauses, ensuring that McLaurin's compensation grows alongside team success, a strategy designed to align incentives while managing salary cap pressures. Fans and commentators alike are dissecting every possible angle, from how this deal affects the quarterback-receiver dynamics to its influence on overall team morale. The speculative narrative paints a picture of a franchise willing to gamble big, and whether it pays off could redefine the standards for player valuation and team-building strategies in the NFL. Regardless of the final terms, the mere rumor of this mega contract has already shifted the league's conversation, cementing McLaurin as a figure whose future is now entwined with Washington's identity for years to come. Speculators suggest that McLaurin's rumored mega contract could influence broader league dynamics, sparking a new era where star receivers command unprecedented leverage in negotiations. Analysts point to potential domino effects, with rival teams possibly reassessing their payrolls and contract strategies in response to Washington's bold move. Discussions in fan communities speculate about potential changes in competitive balance, with some envisioning a Washington team transformed into a perennial playoff contender anchored by McLaurin's talent. Industry insiders also speculate. Surrounding this deal has created an atmosphere of anticipation, with every media report scrutinized for subtle hints about the contract structure. Coaches, analysts, and executives appear to be in a state of heightened attention, understanding that if this rumor materializes, it could set new benchmarks for the valuation of elite talent. The narrative around McLaurin has evolved from that of a gifted receiver to a potential generational figure whose influence may extend well beyond the gridiron, shaping the future of both Washington and the league itself. Speculation continues to swirl around how McLaurin's potential deal could transform the locker room dynamics in Washington. Sources suggest that veteran players may see this move as both a motivator and a challenge, inspiring them to elevate their performance while simultaneously reshaping hierarchies within the team. Analysts hint that younger talent might now gravitate toward McLaurin, seeing him not only as a model for work ethic, but as a figure who can accelerate their own development. Rumors also suggest that coaches are exploring ways to capitalize on McLaurin's presence, potentially designing complex route combinations that allow him to dominate coverage and force defensive coordinators into difficult decisions. Fans are speculating on social media about how this could change the team's identity, envisioning scenarios where Washington's offense revolves around McLaurin's unmatched abilities, creating highlight reel moments that capture the imagination of viewers nationwide. Industry insiders even hint that this deal could influence McLaurin's role off the field, including marketing campaigns, community initiatives, and brand partnerships, further solidifying his status as a central figure in both football and broader culture. The rumor itself has already sparked excitement, with fans debating endlessly about how long it will take for Washington to maximize the benefits of this potential commitment. Some whispers circulating within league circles suggest that the rumored contract negotiations were more intricate than anyone outside the organization could imagine. Analysts are speculating that clauses tied to performance incentives, playoff appearances, and possibly even leadership metrics could play a significant role in structuring the deal. Financial experts hint that Washington may be attempting to balance guaranteed money with performance-based escalators to avoid overextending the payroll while still signaling commitment to McLaurin. Observers believe that the team might be leveraging McLaurin's star power to attract other elite players, using the speculation surrounding this contract as a recruiting tool to signal a winning culture. Fans have started to imagine scenarios in which the team's offensive strategy is entirely reoriented around McLaurin, creating opportunities for dynamic playmakers to shine alongside him. Meanwhile, commentators are speculating on whether rival teams will feel pressure to match such an investment, potentially setting off a wave of mega-contract rumors across the league. The intrigue surrounding McLaurin continues to build, as every practice report and media snippet is analyzed for hidden hints about how this extraordinary financial commitment might ultimately reshape Washington's trajectory. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. The rumored deal also has pundits discussing how it could alter Washington's draft and roster strategy for years to come. Some insiders suggest that management might now prioritize positions that complement McLaurin's skill set, possibly shifting focus toward offensive linemen, tight ends, or additional receiving options to maximize the star's impact. Analysts speculate that the franchise could explore creative strategies to maintain depth across the roster while balancing the financial commitment of such a landmark contract. Fans are imagining scenarios where McLaurin leads a revitalized offense, breaking records and delivering signature moments that redefine what it means to be a franchise player. Speculation even extends to potential cultural impact, with McLaurin envisioned as a cornerstone of the team's identity, influencing not just on-field decisions, but branding, community engagement, and local fan initiatives. Media circles are buzzing with theories about how this mega deal could become a model for the league, setting a new benchmark for contracts and player expectations. The rumor itself has ignited debates among analysts, coaches, and fans alike, reflecting the immense ripple effects a single, high-profile agreement could have on an entire organization. There is also chatter about the psychological effect of such a potential contract on both McLaurin and the wider NFL landscape. Some insiders argue that a decade-long commitment could elevate his confidence, fostering a sense of security that translates into on-field dominance. Others speculate that such immense pressure might carry weight, as expectations rise exponentially when a player becomes the centerpiece of a franchise's long-term strategy. Fans and analysts are theorizing about the potential for McLaurin to mentor emerging talent, creating a legacy that extends beyond personal statistics. Rumors hint that the organization might be leveraging this deal to cultivate a winning culture, using McLaurin as a focal point for both performance and leadership standards. Meanwhile, discussions continue about how rival franchises might respond, with some imagining competitive escalations in salary offers to top-tier players, fueling speculation that the NFL could be entering a new era of superstar contracts. The narrative surrounding McLaurin has evolved into a captivating story, blending financial spectacle, athletic prowess, and franchise-building strategy, keeping fans, commentators, and insiders alike eagerly analyzing every detail for signs of confirmation. Speculative conversations suggest that McLaurin's potential commitment could influence not only Washington's fortunes, but also broader league economics. Analysts are exploring how rival teams might adjust salary caps, rethink contract structures, or pursue alternative strategies to remain competitive in the wake of such a monumental investment. Industry insiders hint that the ripple effect could extend to endorsement deals, media partnerships, and fan engagement strategies, reflecting the multifaceted influence of a single superstar athlete. Fans continue to imagine iconic moments, from game-winning receptions to record-breaking performances, theorizing that McLaurin's presence could redefine the franchise's narrative for the next decade. Rumors of the deal's financial magnitude have already inspired debates among commentators, focusing on the balance between risk and reward, long-term planning, and the precedent this sets for other elite players. Even without official confirmation, the speculation alone has created an atmosphere of anticipation, elevating McLaurin's profile and intensifying scrutiny over Washington's strategic choices. Conversations across media outlets and fan communities increasingly center around hypothetical scenarios, reflecting the cultural and competitive weight such a contract could carry within the NFL ecosystem. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.